What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Digibyte today, DGB. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. I forgot, I didn't write the name down of the person who requested this, but they did mention that Digibyte pumped today a little bit, so that's nice to see, especially while the rest of the markets are moving down. That could tell you something, you guys. That really could tell you something. I'm curious, how much did Digibyte pump back here? Oh my goodness! Wow. Wow, interesting. I did not expect that out of Digibyte, man. It outperformed most of the market on this pump. The average coin pumped, if I'm not mistaken, about 140%, and you pumped 200% more than that. That's impressive. And you're moving up now. Maybe I spoke too harshly about you back when we thought you were dead and gone, man. You're showing a little bit of life. I'm not saying that you're going to see new all-time highs, but maybe it's possible, man. In this land of cryptos that have been consolidating for multiple cycles, and that rip right on up to their new all-time high areas, maybe you are one of those. Let's talk about this real quick. Let's look at the daily time frame first. Looking at the RSI, you are getting overbought. Normally, getting overbought is not a good means of selling. Normally, okay. Like this last time here, it had been some time clearly since you had been overbought. You can see it had been a very long time, and now you got overbought your first time here, and you even came out of the overbought zone. If you sold right here when you got overbought, it was this day here. If you sold right there, sure. 2 days later, maybe even 3 days later, you might have felt smart for a moment. My goodness, my cat, man. I was just petting him, and now I don't know if you guys can see him right here or not. He's like right in front of my computer, but I was just petting him, and then I touched my face, and now my face is all itchy. That's what I get for touching him. Hey, buddy, I need to. Mufasa's making an appearance for Digibyte. I was just saying how he only makes appearances for things he's bullish on, and wouldn't it be funny that this thing is kind of bullish looking right now? I'm telling you, if you sold here, you missed most of the move. You just got overbought yesterday, like 2 hours ago. You just got overbought, so I don't think this move stops here. I don't think so. I don't think that this is a fluke or a one-off, right? I mean, we can look at this thing. Let's see if it's on any kind of exchanges that we might use. Yeah, on Binance. That's a good bit of volume, guys. That's a good bit of volume. Let's look you up here real quick. Digibyte, what are you doing? DGB. It's not bad, man. That ain't bad. That's over 10% volume right there. That ain't bad, y'all. Digibyte, it's at a pretty low market cap too. Wow. 195. That's making me think twice about this thing, man. It could do well, man. It could really do well. High to low here. Totally different opinion on it right now, especially after seeing this and this right now. It's showing life when other things aren't, and we were abandoning hope on this not but like a few months ago. I would expect that you do go to 1.4 cents, maybe up to 1.9 cents to carry out this move. Okay, 1.4 to 1.9. This move is not over until you're in this area. Okay, between 1.4 cents and 1.9 cents. Okay. You could find resistance in this area and then kind of consolidate for a time, and then whenever it is time, you'll break out. I would expect when it comes to April or late March, that'll be when you're breaking out above 2.2 cents, and likely you'll see targets at 3 cents to 4.6 cents and even beyond, man. Let's say, the average altcoin I'm expecting on this next pump to do anything from like a 3 to a 4x, and they haven't pumped yet. So if Digibyte was to pump 3 or 4x from here, my assumption would be, that would be something on the lines of about a 3.5 cent price to maybe a 4.5 cent price. The expectation would be that it's above 4.5 cents then. And if you performed versus altcoins here, most altcoins saw 140% growth. You saw 340% growth. Maybe you see, maybe we can double that. If it was to go, the average altcoin sees a 4x, maybe you see a 6x. And if you were, that puts you right around 6 to 7 cents. Maybe you see a more phenomenal pump because there's some more belief in you, some more motivation or more momentum. Maybe you run all the way up to 10 cents. I could see that. I could even see 14.3. And I know that sounds crazy because that's like a 12x from here. Almost a 13x from here. I know that sounds crazy at 14.3 cents, but I'm not necessarily expecting this price. I'm just more acknowledging it as the maximum potential that I could see you achieving by the end of this move, which likely happens in late April or very early May, okay? 2272 could be about 10 cents. Again, if you were to go to 10 cents, I could see that as nice psychological resistance, and that is just above the 2272, which is very common to do as well. So I could see that happening. Yeah. at the least, certainly at the least, I would expect that you see something around 6 to 7 cents. If it's not 6 to 7 cents that you stop, it's 10 cents. If it's not there, then you're going up to 14 cents, man. And if it's not there, we'll see you on the moon, because I don't know where you're stopping, man. It's going into orbit. But looking good, looking pretty damn good, I gotta say. And again, that's inevitably going to happen. I think it is going. I mean, well, you never know. Anything can happen, but I'm very confident in that belief there. But I would expect initially over the next like couple of weeks, you probably do find a little turbulence between 1.9 cents to 1.4 cents, somewhere in this zone, right? So don't be discouraged if you hit 1.4 or 1.5 cents and then you move down from there, and then you move up, and then you move down, right? It's not going to be a straight line all the way up. I do want to look at the 4-hour basis real quick and see if it's like at a good area to buy or if it might pull back. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I don't think this thing is done. Sorry if you guys just heard my daughter. Yeah, she's having fun. High to low here, 1272 down to the 100. Yeah, I don't. If you go lower, cool. Maybe you go to 1 cent. You'll probably hold 1 cent if you were to go to 1 cent. But I don't even know if you do that. I think you're on your way up. If you're asking if it's a good time to buy Digibyte, my answer would be yeah, I think so. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but in my opinion, absolutely, I think it looks good. Let's look at the all-time high potentials. Here's the thing, guys. Digibyte, we'd written Digibyte off. Okay, we wrote it off as if it were not going to see new all-time highs. I really did think Digibyte was in the doghouse. That's what I used to say, and that it didn't really have any life left in it. I thought, unfortunately, because I like Digibyte. I did, and it pained me to say that because I hate seeing OG coins go into the ether, the oblivion of nothingness, right? And that just happens to so many of them over time. And the select few rise to the occasion and see some growth. But this could be one of them, man. This really could be one that does see new all-time highs. And if it were to see new all-time highs, I don't know if I should take this high to low or if I should take this high to low. I'm going to use this one because it's more relevant to this cycle, obviously. But that would put you at about 49 cents, anywhere from 49 cents to $1.70 is a possibility. Most coins, whenever it comes to seeing a high to a low and then going into an extension, they like to stop at their 1618 to 2272 area. And I know some of you are looking at $18 and you're probably drooling right now, but hold up now. Just because this is what's normal doesn't mean that it has to happen for Digibyte. But let's just see if it's even possible, okay? Let's just see if it's even possible. Because you're at a $200 million market cap right now. $200 million. That is a 1,600x. 200 million, if you were to do a 100x, would be 20 billion. If you were to do a 1,000x, that would be 200 billion. Let alone if you did more. You know, it's like I don't think you're going to see a $300 billion market cap for this thing by the end of the cycle. Anything's possible. Anything is possible, but I mean, you've never seen movements like that. I mean, I guess overall here you kind of did. You had a cycle like that, didn't you? But no, I don't think so. I would more so believe that what you see from here is likely going to be something on the lines of, yeah, a modest 157x. Maybe even a multi-100x is possible. I could see that happening, but I don't think that you'll break above $100 billion this cycle. I mean, maybe you get around there. I think you stand a chance better than most at this point to see some high-level market caps, but you know, I don't want to get everybody encouraged or excited for a 100x if it's not going to happen. I mean, that is the minimum target. What I would expect technically would be about 151x to be completely fair, but the 1272 I think should be taken into heavy consideration. 43x would be that from the current price at 1.1 cents. And if you're okay with that as a potential minimum new all-time high target, then that's good. Now, just because I say it's the minimum all-time high target does not mean it's guaranteed. This one, again, has been tricky. We don't know how it's going to perform. Maybe it's duping us right now, but as long as we do get to new all-time highs, I would expect that you at least see a 42x. If you don't see new all-time highs, then potentially by the end of the cycle, you only get an 11x. So be aware of that, right? I would think you stop at the 886 if you don't see new all-time highs by the end of the cycle. But I have a feeling that probably over the next couple months, by May, you're going to have some resolution here that will likely indicate that you are going to see some new all-time highs by the end of this cycle. And at the least, that'd be a 40-something X. I think 150X might be exactly what you're in for, though. We'll see how it goes. I got nothing else for you guys. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.